Hey, how you guys doing? I just wanted to jump in here on the channel real quick and give a quick little unscripted talk about UFC 4. I played about half of it on the Slime Network channel on a live stream. I'm going to finish that off on Thursday. You go subscribe to that channel over there or follow me on Twitter. I'll tweet when I'm going to do it. Set for 4:30 in the afternoon on Thursday UK time. So, yeah, that's happening. And I just wanted to kind of talk about my experience with it. I've only played what I streamed. I haven't played any more. I've instead actually been playing UFC 3 since I got... since it's the only chance I've had to play a UFC game since, I think, Undisputed 2. Through EA Access, which is how you get the 10-hour UFC 4 trial, although I'm sure if you're looking at UFC 4 stuff online, you're already aware of that. I actually do quite like the game. I think it's fun. Really fun. More fun than I expected a sports sim to be. Most sports sims are usually alright. You know, I get the occasional one sometimes, and this was kind of one of those things. I've been a lot more interested in the UFC since lockdown started and stuff like that, and it just kind of seemed like a way for me to get more into it, you know, learn more fighters, learn more backstory, stuff like that, you know, history, through playing the game, through, you know, that's how I'd learn fighters, fighter patterns, stuff like that, and learning some history through the commentary. And in doing so, I've actually, you know, found a really well polished and made game, I feel. The career mode is mainly what I've played. I played one match of Kumite, or not of Kumite, in the Kumite arena, which is basically a Mortal Kombat spoof arena. I did the open weight, I guess, fight, which you can do in, I believe, only on offline play. You might be able to do it in online. I do know that a bunch of the offline stuff, like the Kumite arena, a backyard arena, and I think another one, are locked to only offline, at least at this point in time. I'd hope that they change that to online. I'd love to do, you know, fight in the Kumite arena online against other people. I think that'd be a lot of fun. But at the moment, it's just locked to offline play. But yeah, I think the combat's really fun. Like I said, I've been playing UFC since I streamed that Fast 5 hours. The submission and grapple system, I guess the wrestling system, is a lot better. I like it a lot more. Takedowns are a lot easier to move into, same with clinches. And the new submission system, the kind of trigger half circle thing that they've got going, is a lot better than the wall breaking mechanic from 3. I know whenever I load into my career in 3, so far I've just been turning that off straight away and having the button press one, which I'm unsure of if it's in UFC 4 still. If it is, I might switch to it in the next stream. Yeah, basically that's kind of all I have to say on the gameplay. The entire career mode, which is, again, mainly what I've played. I played one match of something not in the career. I really like how they've done it this time around. Everything is done through sparring and stuff like that. You know, training... you choose to train by hitting a bag. You have to hit a bag and you have to hit certain combos and stuff like that in order to get evolution points, which is how you upgrade your abilities and your... not your abilities, it's how you upgrade your stats this time around. You want to upgrade your stamina stuff, you have to get evolution points and put your evolution points into those stats, which I think is a lot better than just having you train and giving you numbers and not doing anything, just pressing X or A bunch. And instead, the sparring system has also changed. You can't just spar anymore. Any kind of physical training you do, if you like train takedowns, stuff like that, you have to spar to do it. You don't just go in to learn takedowns and it's a case of, again, you just press a button and your takedown stuff gets better. It's a case of you go in and you actually have to do it. You have to complete the challenge, you know. Example would be submit an opponent from back sitting within 45 seconds. You have to do it instead of just going into a stat, instead of just pressing on something that increases your takedowns. And that, I think, is a really better gameplay choice. It creates more, you're doing more, and it feels like you're actually progressing instead of just numbers bouncing up, which is, again, a lot, you know, it's nice. I think one big change in this game is the lack of Ultimate Team. I know that Ultimate Team was not a big deal for UFC 3, like EA, I guess, expected it to be with, like, their other games, a lot like FIFA. FIFA's Ultimate Team is a big selling point every year. They always push Ultimate Team, and it's always where they make the most money. And it just wasn't that for the UFC game, and instead they've just got rid of that completely. There's a bunch of appearance stuff, cosmetics. It's all cosmetics. You've got, like, crowns, t-shirts, different types of shorts, accessories, stuff like that, just to put on your custom fighter. Something that the game actually makes you do pretty much straight away. You actually do need a custom fighter in this game. You can't just jump into the game without without making one. You have to go in, at least in the trial, you go in and it opens you up in the career mode, and you have to, I believe, do one fight and create. You have to create your character and do one fight, and then it lets you back out of it and go to do everything else, which is, again, you know, like, fun. I do like that it's forcing a career mode, and it's kind of forcing you in that direction instead of just using the game as an offline or online fighter and just picking the actual UFC fighters that are in the game or the legends that are in the game. I do think that's just a nice little touch, you know, it kind of incentivizes people playing the career mode, and then, of course, getting the microtransactions, which are still featured, in order to get the appearance stuff, the cosmetics, which is, by the way, I should probably point out, you can earn the cosmetic points on your own. You don't have to pay. It is easier to pay, obviously, but you can just get those points through gameplay, through achievement. But yeah, kind of nothing else to say, really. It's fun. I do really like it. I think it's a game that I do think you can justify buying even if you already have UFC 3 or have access to something like UFC 3 or UFC 2 or even the Undisputed games. I think it's incredibly stylized. It's got this really like nice urban look to it, which is a lot different from at least UFC 3, which had the more, you know, modern, sleek design. And yeah, I think it's a fun game. And if you've thought about picking it up, if you want to pick it up, if you want just a good fighter, I do think it's a really good, I guess, tactical fighter. It's not, you know, one of those games that you can kind of just get by on button mashing. You have to pay attention to stuff. And I do think the UFC games, one thing they do really well at is teaching you as you play. I think if you watch my first fight on that past live stream, and then I think you'll see it again on the next live stream later this week. You watch the first fight and you watch the last fight of the streams. You'll just see that I've gotten better and I've learned new things, and I think you'll be able to see that again, you know, fight to fight. So all in all, I think it's a pretty good package. I'm unsure as to what price point it's at, if it's at the new 60 price tag in the UK or is still at the 50. I believe 70 in the US and 60 is the old one. I say either way, it's worth it. You know, the new price point I've made a video on, I think it's perfectly fine. I do think that having the microtransactions is a bit questionable, even though it is completely optional and you can earn everything, and it's not a broken system like it was in Battlefront 2. But again, you know, at least it's all cosmetics and it's not, you know, you gotta earn fucking points to play as a character. With that being said, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, please. I'd quite like that. It boosts my ego a lot. And again, you know, Slime Network, I'll have the link to the original, well, not the original, the first stream at the end of this video on the end card, and I'll have the link to the channel top in the description. So yeah, thank you very much. Just a quick one, or not quick. I'm looking at the audio now. This is a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time, hopefully.